Once the image is applied to the surface, you can use the fixed push pins to adjust it. But for images, the free pin mode is quite useful. First, context-click or right-click on the surface and select Texture Position. Then context-click on the material and make sure that Fixed Pins is unchecked. You're now in free pin mode. You can move the image around by dragging the mouse cursor on the image. But in free pin mode, each pin acts as a distort pin. This allows you to quickly stretch an image across a surface like you would stretch a skin across a drum. Often you will want to place the pins at exact photo locations to allow precise control over image distortion. To reposition a pin on the photo, click the mouse on the pin to pick it up. Watch the sharp point of the pin. Now move the pin to where you want and click the mouse to push the pin onto the photo at that location. You'll find that use of the Zoom Window tool is quite handy for this. Zoom in, pick the point, then zoom previous. Now let's have some fun. Drag each pin to an edge to locate it exactly to the model geometry. Here I'm picking the midpoints to anchor the image uniformly across the surface. Notice that you can move the pins to eliminate the perspective distortion of the photo. I'll leave the pins at the eaves in place, but I'll readjust the perspective at the base of the birdhouse. Thus creating an orthographic paint for that surface. At any time you can toggle between free pin and fixed pin mode by depressing and holding on the Shift key. Let up and you're back in the operation mode you had set. If the inference engine for placement gets in your way, simply hold down the Control key or Option key on the Mac to turn it off while placing a pin. Context click, right click, and select Done to exit Position Texture mode. Now you can model directly to the image. I'll place an edge along the ridge line, which is the middle of our box. Now I can use the Move tool and Inference Lock in the blue direction and slice away part of the photograph. Same on the other side. I'll align it to the other eave. Then I can Inference Lock over to the other side. Let's push-pull this in on the sides. The texture can be wrapped around a corner by eyedropper selecting Alt key or Command key with the Paint Bucket tool on the Position Texture. Notice the square around the eyedropper tip. This indicates you're selecting a placed texture. This selects it for painting. Now let up on the Alt or Command key and click to paint the texture on the side face. The texture is wrapped around the corner. Continue to context click, right click on the side texture to reposition it. I'm going to pick points on the far end of the roof plane. Remove the perspective distortion and resize it to match the face. Let's do the same on the lower part of the birdhouse. I'll take this point and move it to the bottom, and this point move it up under the eave, but notice it's not finding the point. I can just orbit, and now I can pick that point exactly. Using this method, you can create quite accurate models from as few as one photograph. And there's our beautiful birdhouse. Oh look, there's the proud owner of a new birdhouse designed in SketchUp.